How much cash is needed to start flipping the right way? Shoot. You can start with $200. You can start with $50. 50 to 60. 60 to 80. 80, 120. 120, 200, 200, 300, 300, 500, 500, 800, 800, 1500, 1500, 2000, 2000, 4000, 4000, 8000, 8000, 15. Next thing you know, you got $100,000. Next thing you know, you got $1 million and you got a yacht parked outside of your crib, all right? You can start with anything. The whole point is, what are you doing with the money? Are you making money then going out and spending all of it? Or are you making money, tucking some away? More flipping. Taking money. At the end of the day, you got to tuck some and build the stash up. If you're always flipping and then spending your flip, the money ain't piling. You got to pile up the money. I mean, that's literally how I got started, though. I started last year when I got into the game. February 2020. I started with 3 cards that I bought for about $100. And then it was like an Allen Iverson Topps and some Kobe rookies. And then I bought a Jason Tatum, and then I sold those. And then I bought a Jason Tatum Prism PSA 10 for $250. I held it for like 2 months because I bought it right before the season got shut down last year. And then I sold it for like $600. And then I just kept turning and kept buying and flipping and buying and flipping and buying. Next thing I know, I had a whole showcase. I went to Dallas. All my stuff was in the showcase. Some guys walked up. They were asking me about a whole bunch of cards. And I was like, shoot, take the whole showcase for $10K. Not thinking anything of it. I was just joking, honestly. He was like, would you do $9,500? And I was like, no, he was like, would you do $9K? And I was like, oh, shoot, this man for real. Like, I had never sold that much worth of cards. Like, I just was buying cards for fun. Like, I wasn't even, like, I was flipping cards, but I never had, like, that much money. And I was like, oh, shoot. So I did the math, and I had spent, like, $12K on all those cards. And I was like, no, I spent, like, $11K on all those cards or something like that, right? And I was like, dang, like, if I take this offer of, if I take this offer of $9K, I'm going to lose, like, $2,000, $3,000. But, like, it was probably 30 cards. A lot of the cards were, like, nothing cards. And I was like, dang, I can get a big chunk of money, though. And I can flip this money to 14, 15, 16K quicker than I could probably sell all these cards. So I was like, would you do $9,600? He was like, all right, deal. Gave me cash, $9,600 last year in Dallas, last November, actually. So a year from this month. And then I ended up buying a KD rookie card there for like $3K. In 10 minutes, I sold it for $4K. I was like, well, I just made, now instead of selling a lot for $96, I sold it for $10,600, right? It's easier to turn money than it is to turn cards sometimes, right? So anytime you get a big offer or a big opportunity, you get a chunk of cash, take it. Because you can just keep turning it and keep flipping it. And that's really how that's how I really was like, oh yeah, this hobby is crazy. Like, now it's time to go full throttle. Like, that's when I went full throttle. Unfortunately, you can't flip if you're not going to shows. That is not correct, Love My Sushi. You can sell on Instagram. You can sell on Facebook. You can sell on MySlabs. You can sell on eBay. No excuses is allowed. It's 2021. There's a million places to sell cards. You could go to the flea market. You could start a garage sale. There's many ways to flip. You go to local card shops. Many days to flip and many ways to flip. No excuses are allowed.